Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Set, 20. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Here's Mayfield. Sideline throw, that's caught by Landry. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Mike 57. I got him. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
To throw, Mayfield. And his pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Mayfield. Trying to lay one up deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up first and 10. Now it's Darnold letting one, and that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
The defense is planned.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets are going to take the lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the lead is now 21-14. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Regular. Bring it.
Mayfield now from the 50. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, It tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. And New York set to take the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. We'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Odell Beckham. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Mayfield now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
53, Mike 53. Man, lady. Get in the weight room. Mike 53. 53, Mike.
To throw is Darnold. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 83 yards. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Go! First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Check 53's Mike. Check 53's Mike. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. Shoot. Red 80. Let's go. Red 80. Number 53. Mike 53. Go. Rap.
On 1st first and 10. Darnold able to get away, able to fight through, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
53, check 53. Hey, echo.
Throwing on second and long. Darnold, and he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From his end zone, third and long for Darnold. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But you got to...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, 28 yards. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Joseph now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
He's checking, he's checking. Here we go.
On second and 10, Darnold. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, who else? He's in there for his fourth sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Lady. 58, 58, Mike. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win, come on. Lady. Hey, Charlie.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Found his target, it's Anderson. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and
6
4.
yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Check girls, check girls, check girls. 58's the mark. 58. Red 80. Come on, baby.
Here's Darnold. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now it's Hunt, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Room here to run. The 20. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Browns. No problem there on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Joseph now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go, Sam. Go 58 to Mike. Nice, sweetheart. Hey, lady. 58, boy, 58 to Mike. It's a party.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got an open man, it's a noon one. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the 1st. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. He get red 80. Red 80. Check 3.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Working the sideline there, good route, good catch, 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead.
58, boy, 58 to Mike. Check tight end, check tight.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
To throw again on second down. Darnold. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 yards on the play, first down. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Outside. 58 to Mike. Defense wins championships, baby. Checked up, the lady. Checked up, team.
To the air again, Darnold. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Back to throw, and this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the fourth. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Ay, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm a highly...
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Oakland Raiders. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Now, 180. 50 seconds to mine. Hey, defense, let's go.
Carr now on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Now that's the way to open up a game on defense. Back-to-back sacks. We know that someone's come to play today.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Carr. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Ja'Kai Polite. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. They do go for it. It's Carr. He's going to look deep down the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Back to throw, Darnold, and it's caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complimentary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jordan Jenkins charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Carr going to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Darryl Roberts right there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Returnable here from the 38. 12 yards on the return that time. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. First and 10. New York set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going inside your defense? Thank you. A huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points. Stop.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. Past the 20. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. He was looking for a Nunwa there. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again. Third down here. Shotgun now for Carr. Now he's flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
The kick by Carlson is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
You ready?
At their own 25-yard line.
New York set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Darnold now to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That's good for Jets. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Darnold. Out right here to Herndon. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him a couple on the catch. It's second and 8.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over. But he ended up finding another receiver.
To throw again on second down. Darnold looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he's got a noon one. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 21 yards there, a big play on fourth down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, it's Darnold. His throw caught at about the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Flushed out right. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have taken the lead. He doesn't need a lot of space for an electric run. He showed that there. Heck, they told us this week they were hoping he would break a big one. He just did.
And what did his offensive... remember we talked with the offensive line? And one of the guys, one of the stalwarts said, I don't even have to make a great block for him. If I just breathe bad breath on the guy in front of me, often that opens up enough space for him to go.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, there he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, 78 yards. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Raiders 10, Jets 7. Daniel Carlson set to
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A first down throw, Darnold. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Lady. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Darnold from the gun. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Red 80. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Darnold on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Check, Mike, 54. Mike.
To throw is Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder. As the first half is winding down. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead is now 14-10. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away.
Now,
14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Antonio Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day offense. Yo, lady.
A final shot before the break. Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. The shotgun snap for Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Hey, high 7.
Darnold from the red zone now. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that will make this a 4-point game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Man open left side is Brown. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Alrighty.
Bravo.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
64, weak.
1st and 10.
On 1st down, Darnold. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
51 the mic, boy, 51. And we got to get to the ball, team. Smooth. Let's keep moving.
They're going to go. It's Darnold. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. After the interception, here's Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if you're bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Jets on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
How much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Let's go. 2 times.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going up top. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Darnold completes it, and he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it'll be 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And teams have a tough time running the ball as this one has throughout this game. It's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He sets to fire deep. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play that time for the Raiders. 55 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Raiders add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly controlled right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Drop deep, drop deep. Double time, double time. 40, 40. Red 80.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep. It got his man complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Darnold. Caught here by Bell. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He's going to let it fly. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. It's complete to Brown, right side. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And the Jets have got it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jonathan Abram picks it, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So they declined the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.